Good morning to all. We are going to see about topic of surveying. Surveying is the art of determining the relative position of the earth by means of direct or indirect measurements, distance, direction, and elevations. So there are two types of surveying: plane surveying and the geodetic surveying. Plane surveying means considering the surface of the earth, plane surface, and the geodetic surveying consider of earth curvature. So and then the main difference between curvature of earth is ignored for plane surveying. Curvature of earth is taken into the consideration for geodetic surveying. That is, area is covered by the 250 kilometers squared for plane surveying, and more than 250 square kilometer are covered by geodetic surveying. So it is used for plain triangles used for plane surveying, and geodetic surveying used for spherical triangle. And then next, classification of principle of surveying. Next topic, a plane principle of surveying. So main thing is working from the whole to part. Second one, location of point by measurements from 2 points of reference. Working from whole to the part, that means your area is to be surveyed. First, a system of control points is to be established covering the whole area with very high precision. Then minor details are located by the less precision methods. That is, a whole area is covered to be the working from the whole to part. And then this is working from the whole to part. This is a minor detail, and so the circle is a whole area is covered to be the area to be surveyed, and this is central point. Next, location of a point by measurements from 2 points of reference. So there are 2 points P and Q are the two reference points on the ground. Any other points such as or can be located by any of the direct methods shown in the above figures. So P and Q, there are 2 points, and locate the new points of the R. This is a set square and angles, angular measurements are to be used for the location of the points for new reference points. So next topic is classification of surveying. Classification of surveying, main thing is primary classification and secondary classification. Primary classification there are two types of surveying: plane surveying and the geodetic surveying. Already explained to the plane surveying and the geodetic surveying. And the secondary classification of surveying based on three types. So surveying based on nature of survey, surveying based on a type of instruments. So this is a flow chart of the classification of surveying. Classification based on purpose of survey, nature of field, methods adopted, instrument used. So purpose of survey is the main several factor of the classification of surveying. So first one, engineering survey, military or defense survey, mine survey, geological or geographical survey, archaeological survey, route and location survey. So based on nature of field. So engineering survey subdivisions of the topographical survey, cadastral survey, city survey. Second one, marine survey. Third one, astronomical survey. So methods adopted: triangulation method, traversing method, leveling, tachometric methods. So instrument used for chain, compass, plane table, leveling, and theolite total station, etc. So this is for the classification of surveying. This is for a classification of surveying. And then that means a relative position of the surveying, which means relative position can be with respect to the something center of the college. Examples: college is center, and Karur is 20 kilometer away from the earth, and Namakkal is away 30 kilometer away from the earth. This is here this Namakkal and Karur. This is a reference point of the relative position, and college is a object point, specified object points. So next, main objectives of surveying. Main objectives of surveying. So prepare for plan or map. What is mean by plan? What is mean by map? Plan is a small scale of object, and then map is a large scale of large scale of map presentation of the map. So next to the for the examples of we want to specify the building or draw the plan, and then plan is a horizontal distance and a direction. Specify the horizontal distance and the direction. Map is a vertical and a horizontal distance. We know we can also the horizontal distance and the vertical distance. So vertical distance is taken from the prepared for the map. That is called contour mapping. Next, we are going to discuss the topic of classification of surveying. Classification of surveying. So main thing of topographical survey. There are carried out to determine the position of natural features of a region, such as rivers, streams, hills, etc., and artificial features such as roads and canals. The purpose of such surveys is to prepare the maps, and such maps are called topo sheets. This is a topographic maps, and then hydrographical survey. Hydrographical survey is to determine the mean sea level, water spread area, depth of water bodies, and velocity of flow in streams, cross-sectional areas, flows, etc. So next, this is a hydrographical survey, and then astronomical survey, third one. So the astronomical survey is to be determine the absolute location of any point on the surface of the earth. Observation to heavenly bodies such as sun, stars, etc. And then this is a astronomical survey. Absolute location of the survey is Jupiter. So sections. So this is the absolute location for the survey. Determine the astronomical survey, and then engineering survey. Next one, engineering survey. This is based on the nature of the field. This type of survey is undertaken whenever the sufficient data is to be collected for the purpose of planning, designing engineering work such as road, bridges, reservoir, etc. So this is the engineering survey to be measured for length and directions, elevations. So all are measured to the engineering survey. And then archaeological survey. Archaeological survey, this is type of survey is carried out the gather of information about this that are important from archaeological consideration for unearthing relics of antiquity. So this is archaeological survey, and then photographical surveys are collected by taking photograph from the selected points using the camera. And then this is photographical survey, and then aerial survey. Aerial survey is to be collected from the collected data for the collected for the photograph from the aeroplane. And then recognized survey. This is a physical observation and some measurements using simple survey of measurements. Next one is a survey based on type of instrument: chain survey, compass survey, plane table surveying, theodolite surveying, tachometric surveying, photographic surveying. So first one is chain surveying. Chain surveying is used for measurements of the length and shootable level ground with the undulation areas to be survey is small, and compass survey is measured for angular measurements. This is used for survey a river course, and then this is a chain survey, and this is a compass survey. This is handle. And then 10 links every 1 meter. Every 1 meter, this is a link of tallies and rings are constructed to the chain survey. And then compass survey is angular measurements. This is a needle, object class, eyepiece, magnetic needle, graduated rings, also commuted to the prismatic compass. And then plane table surveying. Plane table surveying is suitable for the filling interior detailing and is recommended for the great accuracy is not required for plane table surveying. Theoretic surveying is used for horizontal angles, vertical angles, deflection angles, magnetic bearing, horizontal distance between 2 points, vertical height between 2 points difference in elevations. This is there are many components of used for the used many measurements used for the components of a theolite. And then this is plain table, theolite. Next one is equipment and accessories for ranging and the chaining. Chain and tape, arrows, crash staff, ranging poles, pegs. So chain. Chain is made up of the steel wire, which is divided into links and takes rings facilitated to the folding. It is sometimes used as unit measurements. The link is 0.2 meter or 200 mm in diameter. The length is 20 meter or 30 meter to the chain surveying chain. And then tape is used for used for many places. And then this is a 10 meter, 20 meter, 30 meter length graduated into in 10 mm division and numbered at each 100 mm divisions. Steel tape, linear tape, cloth tape. So there are materials based on the classification of the tape. And then ranging poles. Ranging poles are made of wood or light metal and they measure about 2 meter long at the top. The equipment has steel shafts on its legs so it can be stuck into the ground. Arrows is the marking to the showing the points on the ground. So it is facilitated to visibility of the red cloth is tied to the arrows. So arrow diameter 4 mm and made of steel wires. So next one is this is the ranging rods and pegs. Next, pegs are used for marking position of the during survey. This is made of wood, 400 mm square by 50 centimeter long, and there are used for permanently marking position during the survey. Crash staff. Crash staff is used for right angles from the line of traversing, and then this is made of metal or wood with eye slips at right angles, and then this is a crash staff. This is a pix. Next topic's method of ranging. So this is the main topic of ranging. And then ranging means what is meant by ranging? Ranging means a method of locating or establishing intermediate points on a straight line between two fixed points or two survey station is called ranging. Types of ranging, direct method and indirect method. Direct method means two ends of the survey line or station are intervisible. Indirect method means two ends of the survey line or station are not intervisible. So this is the main type of ranging. This is the many places are used for the ranging. So mainly used for a direct method. So intervisible to end points or a station are intervisible mainly used for the direct method. So normally ground plain surfaces are used for direct methods. So hilly regions is used for indirect methods. Indirect methods to ends for the survey line or station are not intervisible places are used for this method is called indirect method. And then direct ranging is possible when the station are intervisible. Ranging is done by eye judgment. So the surveyor stands 2 meter beyond the ranging rod while the assistant holds the ranging rod vertically in the intermediate station. Next, to avoid errors due to the ranging rods not being vertical, the lower ends of the rod are sighted for alignment. This is direct ranging. This is the surveyor, and this is C point is man is a follower. B is end point. So A and B, two station of the end points, and C is intermediate points. So this is a eye judgment for the intervisible of ranging. This is called direct ranging. So next, so ranging at long distance and the stations are visible. So this is surveyor station. A points is standing for surveyor. Rod 1, rod 2, rod 3, rod 4. Rod 1 and rod 2 is the end points. Rod 3 and rod 4 is intermediate points. So rod 1 and rod 3 is measured for the chain length 1. Rod 4 is measured for distance between chain length 1. and then rod 2 is a distance between the chain length 2. So this is used for distance to be measured and the direction of the survey line. All rods must be in the same line of the ranging. So this is called direct ranging. So indirect ranging is possible when the ends of the line are not intervisible, as the case of when a hill ground, or when the distance between the station are so large that they are not clearly intervisible. Intermediate points are fixed by the process of reciprocal ranging. This is a indirect ranging is not intervisible to the points of in case of when the hilly areas are not clearly intervisible. So starting point and the ending point is not intervisible to the method is followed by indirect ranging. There's another name is reciprocal ranging. So reciprocal ranging, let it A and B, the ends of the survey line to be measured as a rising ground between them. So the position of the take the position of M1 and N1 such that they are nearby the line of A and B. To judge the chain man at the M1 cloud N1 and B. So the process is repeated so that the alignment each other successfully directing each of the other until they are both finally in the line of AB. So reach out to the AB line. So this is A and B intervisible end points. So this is hilly regions of the place. So this is not intervisible. C and D. So take the position of the M1 and the N1 and repeat the procedure of M2 and M2, M3 and M3, M4 and M3. So reach the point of selected the position of C and D. So this is method is called indirect ranging. So next topic is compass survey. So compass survey is mainly used for the determine the angular measurements, and the linear measurements using a chain or tape. So this is compass. Compass is this is a graduated ring class. Prism is fixed to the compass and the horsehair, and then eyepiece, object piece, prism cap, or they are component of the prismatic compass. So prismatic compass is a portable magnetic compass which can be used to hand instrument or can be fitted on a tripod. It contains a prism which is used for accurate measurements of the readings. The greatest advantages of this compass is both sighting and reading can be done without changing the positions. So this is surveyor compass. Surveyor compass is 0 to 90 degree circle graduated ring, and prismatic compass is 0 to 360 degree. So major parts of the prismatic compass: magnetic needle, graduated ring, adjustable mirror, sliding arrangements for mirror, object band, eye band, metal box, glass cover, horsehair. So this is a prismatic compass. Prismatic compass is the position of the eye band. This position is object band. So main thing is eye band and object band. And this is a prism cap. This is prism, eye slit, sunglasses, and then pivot, metal boxes, graduated ring, arcade cap, glass cover, lifting pin, siding arrangement. This is the object band with the horsehair. So this is a adjustable mirror. So there are major components of the major parts of the prismatic compass. So surveyor compass. Surveyor compass is divided into 90 degrees. The horizontal angle is measured using a pair of sight located on the north to south axis of the compass. So this is divided into 90 degree, 90 degree. This is a direction of clockwise and anti-clockwise. So any direction used for measure to the compass. And then next topic is types, bearing and types. So bearing means the survey line with reference to the some fixed meridian. So bearings are classified into three types: true bearing, magnetic bearing, arbitrary bearing. So true bearing means angle made by survey line with reference to the meridian is known as true bearing. It always remains constant. Magnetic bearing Magnetic bearing means the angle made by a survey line with respect to a meridian, magnetic meridian is known as magnetic bearing. It changes from places to place, varying from the change to the magnetic bearing. Arbitrary bearing. Next one, arbitrary bearing. The angle made by the survey line with reference to arbitrary meridian is known as arbitrary bearing. So there are three types of bearing. So next one, designation of the bearings. So first one, force of the bearing. Second one, reduced bearing. Reduced bearing, so another name, quadrantal bearing. So next, forward bearing or back bearing, forwarded bearing. Back bearing means or backwarded bearing. So whole circle bearing means bearings are measured from north in clockwise direction is termed as whole circle bearing. The values varies from 0 to 360 degree. So this is a whole circle bearing. So reduced bearing, so another name is quadrantal bearing. The bearing measured either from the north or from the south towards the east or west, whichever is nearer is known as reduced bearing. This values is vary from 0 to 90 degree for a particular quadrant. It is also known as quadrantal bearing. So next one is four bearing. So four bearing means forward direction of the survey line is known as four bearing or forwarded bearing. So back bearing means backward directions. Backward directions of the survey line is known as back bearing. The bearing is measured in opposite to the progress of the surveying. Progress of the surveying. So next one is the observed bearing. So observed bearing is taken into the field with an instrument is known as the observed bearing. Thank you. So this is a overall of the surveying, classification of surveying, and then principle of surveying, ranging. So main instrument uh, used for the surveying. So all are covered to the this topic of surveying. Thank you.